Most of these people have been given a death sentence, and without the assistance of the team, would not survive for very long.
Well, it's sometimes under battlefield conditions. I mean, the lights go out, there's problems with the equipment that we have, problems with the monitors and ventilators. All of these, by the grace of God, we've been able to overcome.
It's challenging, very challenging.
It takes a certain personality to want to come here and to do the work here. It's difficult.
And this group here brings all of that. They not only bring many supplies with a great deal of sacrifice, but they just bring this wonderful spirit.
We do feel that there's a power higher than us, and it works.
She is very thankful for this operation, and she thanks God, and she's very grateful for you coming.
They put all of their trust into us, and families do too. God bless you. God bless you.
Next week on Health Matters.
Most of these people have been given a death sentence.
John Bavard travels to the Dominican Republic with a team of local heroes.
Only 10% of the people that need heart surgery can afford to have it done in this country.
Join us next week for the special Health Matters report.
And you'll see it only on NBC2. Cardiac surgeon Dr. Robert Pescato first came to Southwest Florida in July of 1975. With dreams and an opportunity to be the first in our area to start an open heart surgery program. Perhaps the one who knows him best, his wife Joan, remembers how it all got started.
Harvey Treitel was at a meeting in Indiana and asked the professor there, did he know any young surgeon who would want to start a program? Why he mentioned Bob, he's a New York City kid, would go to Florida. And yes, it was unheard of those days for a new surgeon to start a program.
Dr. Pescato's legendary status as a pioneer in open heart surgery in Southwest Florida is one thing, but now the good doctor is in his 60s. So he's decided on an even bigger challenge, and he's come here to the Dominican Republic to do it.
The Dominican people have been very warm and gracious. They have accepted us. It has been extremely difficult at times to operate in this hospital, and the conditions are far from ideal.
The patients are much younger. The conditions are extremely difficult, and the need for cardiac surgery in the Dominican Republic is most evident.
It services 3.2 million people. We started the program in September of 2002.
Join us tomorrow to see Dr. Pescato's program in action in a country that is far less fortunate than our own. Reporting from the Dominican Republic for the Southwest Florida Regional Medical Center, I'm John Bafar, NBC2.
We do experience blackouts, power shortages, have to function in the dark.
It's sometimes under battlefield conditions, problems with the monitors and ventilators. All of these, by the grace of God, we've been able to overcome.
This ongoing mission is a cardiac surgical program created to fulfill a need for heart surgery at Cabril Hospital in Santiago, Dominican Republic. The hospital cares for indigent patients and serves a population of over 4 million people.
We got the bare essentials here, and for them to come here and cope with all the deficiencies to do this kind of work is just great.
It's great that people care enough to help these patients. Most of them are young and are in desperate need of heart valve surgery. That's because of a childhood bout with rheumatic fever brought on by strep throat.
An occasional patient who has a strep throat and does not receive a penicillin shot can develop rheumatic heart disease, which usually affects the valves.
Only 10% of the people that need heart surgery can afford to have it done in this country. Here, the surgery is performed absolutely for free. So far, over 100 successful operations.
One of the first cases that we did was a young lady, 23 years of age. We replaced 3 valves. She could not even take care of her little baby.
This mission has not only helped out the patients, it's had a dramatic effect on all the team members personally. We'll find out how tomorrow. Reporting from the Dominican Republic for the Southwest Florida Regional Medical Center, I'm John Bafar, NBC2.
You work as a team of 14 people from all over the United States. You haven't even met them before that mission, but yet everything comes together.
They all work very long hours.
Yesterday was our longest day. We did 3 surgeries. We were here at 6:30 in the morning. We went home around 10:30 p.m.
This group of nurses work with Dr. Pescado in the Open Heart Intensive Care Unit at the Southwest Florida Regional Medical Center. But they've learned that the work here is very different.
We've had to overcome a lot of hurdles, but we've done it, and the patients are doing really well.
Another big difference between operating here and operating in the United States is power outages. Just in the last hour, I've witnessed the power go out 3 times. That does not seem to affect the surgery team.
The power just went out again.
It did for a good 10 minutes or so this time. Thankfully, no ventilators.
We have to make sure that they're manually given oxygen whenever there's a power outage.
Many members on this mission trip make personal sacrifices just to be here.
My mom had to come from Canada to watch my kids. I have 2 little kids.
They pay their way down there. They take vacation time from the hospital. But I think every individual who has returned has said that this has been the best experience in their life.
That's because they're here to save the lives of others. Join us tomorrow as we introduce you to some of those very grateful patients. Reporting from the Dominican Republic for the Southwest Florida Regional Medical Center, I'm John Bafar, NBC2.
Most of these people have been given a death sentence, and without the assistance of the team, would not survive for very long.
Bless you. God bless you.
These patients are extraordinarily grateful and have told me in Spanish that being selected for heart surgery is akin to being selected or anointed by God.
As we follow Elena Generis to the operating room, you can tell that she's scared, and yet she has trust. Her family waits in the hall just outside. It's amazing how things are done here. For one, she slips off her shoes. They remain in the hallway, and she walks herself to the operating table.
They put all of their trust into us, and families do too.
It's been less than 24 hours since 35-year-old Elena Generis went through mitral valve replacement surgery. She's doing quite well. That's especially good news since she's also a single mother of 2, a 13-year-old and a 3-year-old who depend on her every day.
She basically wanted me to tell everybody of the staff how grateful she is, and she also thanks God for her to have this opportunity.
Oh, how are you? How's everything?
Hi.
Good,
Hi.
good.
How do you feel?
Okay.
Okay, you
Yes.
are here again.
Yes, to show this gentleman, he's a school teacher, and he had an aortic valve replacement, and now he's back to work doing his thing. That's why we're here.
And that's what keeps everyone coming back. Tomorrow, we'll see how the Heart to Heart mission is helping the people in this country develop their own self-sustaining heart program. Reporting from the Dominican Republic for the Southwest Florida Regional Medical Center, I'm John Bafar, NBC2. On our trip to the Dominican Republic, we witnessed a lot of lives that were changed forever. But every move that this medical team from the States made was watched closely by the local medical staff.
There's medical students and residents here, and this is their first opportunity for them to see cardiac surgery, to see how it's done.
But the goal is not just to come into town and mend a few hearts and then leave. The goal is to plant a seed that will grow into a self-sustaining open heart program. And that goal is well underway.
There are a couple of individuals who now want to become cardiac surgeons and return to Santiago and complete the work that I've started there.
One of those individuals is Juan LaRue. Because of these missions and his involvement with them, he's now been accepted for a residency program in the United States.
I was blessed and lucky enough to have a team come to the hospital where I was working at and be able to work with them.
And Juan is not the only one.
We call her Little Kathy. She used to be a med student, but now she's Little Dr. Kathy. And she now is going to be the first female cardiac surgeon in Santiago.
They let me scrub in and stuff and help them. You know, I get to suture a few things, which I like because I want to be a surgeon.
I'm learning a lot. The treatment of the patients, the way they treat the patients.
The ultimate goal is for the young medical professional residents here to one day be able to proudly take care of their own people. Reporting from the Dominican Republic for the Southwest Florida Regional Medical Center, I'm John Bafar, NBC2. The heart-to-heart mission trips to perform heart surgery in the Dominican Republic have one main objective, and that's saving lives.
If these valves are not replaced, these patients, for the most part, progress into heart failure and die at a young age.
He looks good. Que bueno.
Dr. Pescado's mission trip started back in 2002, and since that time, the team has been expanding.
What is happening with the whole program is that it is starting to grow, and we've had doctors now from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. We've had perfusionists has come from as far as San Francisco, California.
All of the team members have given up the comforts of their own home to come here and save lives, perhaps never even realizing that they may be putting their own lives on the line as well. When we asked our cab driver about crime, he said, well, it's not as bad as places like Venezuela, where criminals typically will kidnap foreigners for money. But he did say that crime activity is definitely on the rise.
It was very scary. We didn't know really what to expect.
But they did expect to save lives, and they've been accomplishing that on every trip. More than 100 lives have been saved so far. Tomorrow, we take a look at the future of this mission. Reporting from the Dominican Republic for the Southwest Florida Regional Medical Center, I'm John Bafar, NBC2.
We're doing 2 operations today. First case is on a lady. She's 33 years of age.
The medical teams aren't the only ones coming from America. The supplies to perform these life-saving operations come from home, too.
Southwest Regional just made a very large donation. We bring everything from soup to nuts, as they say, from Band-Aids, soap, to heart valves.
The schedule is booked solid.
There is an abundance of patients that really could benefit from surgery, and unfortunately we can only operate on 2 per day.
She's doing great.
Before they know it, another trip is complete.
Very good.
Now, when are we going again?
These trips, however, would not be possible without help from the Southwest Florida Regional Medical Center and other local hospitals, manufacturers, and just plain caring people.
People at home have donated everything we use.
They're all back now, but in just 1 month, they pack up and do it all again. And if you want to lend your support, there's ways you can.
Pay for a nurse who can't afford to go down there. Small things. And if just a letter of moral support they want to send, that I would love to have that also.
And what's also needed is for this heart-to-heart mission to continue. Another team sets out with Dr. Pescado on July 22nd. Reporting from the Dominican Republic for the Southwest Florida Regional Medical Center, I'm John Bafar, NBC2.